Welcome to ARK Survival Ascended. Today we are going to be going over the top 10 best base locations on the island for PvP and PvE. Let's get started. Coming at number 10, we have the West Zone Plateau. This can be found at 61 latitude and 23 longitude, and there it is on the map. This is a small chunk of land near the volcano. It's very flat and can make for a great location. It's great for PvE, but not the best for PvP. If you're just looking for a ton of room for a base, then this is the one for you. You are near the redwoods and a lot of metal and even the swamp. Coming at number 9, we have the Iceberg. This can be found at 27.3 latitude and 3.4 longitude. There's lots of icebergs in the snow region of the map, but the big iceberg makes for a really good location for PvE, and can even be a really good spot for PvP. Over the years, the iceberg will definitely become more vulnerable to the new items of ARK. The iceberg has tons of room for a base to go, but is very cold, so make sure that you wear some fur. It has a lot of surface room and is very flat, which makes it very easy to build on. You have lots of room for dino storage and can easily access it with a raft or a flyer. Coming at number 8, we have the North Zone Pillar. This can be found at 40.1 latitude and 70.8 longitude. This pillar makes for a really good PvE spot and sometimes even for PvP. It has a small amount of room but is high up, meaning that no dinos are going to mess with you. You are near a lot of resources, including a metal mountain. Overall, it makes for a really good location. Being that you are super high up, players can't walk dinos up to the base, meaning that the only way that they can get up is with a Quetzal or an Argentavis for smaller dinos. Coming at number 7, we have the Oasis. This can be found at 17.9 latitude and 73 longitude. This is literally the perfect PvE location. It's a beautiful layout with a small pond in the middle. You have lots of flat room for a base to go and lots of resources. You are central to a lot of main land points and you can store an unlimited amount of dinos in here. The Oasis has 3 main entrances and is surrounded with cliffs. One downside is that you might have to span the cliff sides with spikes or gates to make sure that no dinos can get in. Coming at number 6, we have Herbivore Island. This can be found at 87 latitude and 87 longitude. This small island makes for a great PvE spot to live in. You have lots of room, a central middle area for a main base, and tons of room for storing dinos. There's lots of resources including metal, so overall it's a really good spot for PvE and sometimes for PvP. In the middle you have a nice flat area for placing down a main base. The outer edges are more awkward to build on, but it is easily doable. Coming at number 5, we have the South Zone Cave. This can be found at 85 latitude and 54 longitude. This cave is massive. There's tons of room and it's not that hard to defend. The hardest part would be the exterior, as it is an awkward layout. This cave has a full water area and plenty of room for a massive tribe. It's a good cave for bringing in smaller dinos, so it makes for a really good decent cave for ARK Survival Ascended before all the major updates. This video is sponsored by my servers Dino Deluxe. We just released servers for ARK Survival Ascended. We have one map right now, which is the island, but we plan to expand more within the next few weeks. Our servers offer 5x harvesting rates to keep it as close to official as we can without the long grind. We also offer 10 times taming, so you won't be waiting hours for a dino to tame up. You see, Dino Deluxe also offers 20x breeding so that Giga that you wanted to raise on official won't take you about 1 to 2 weeks to raise. Check out Dino Deluxe today by simply typing Dino Deluxe in your search bar under the official server list. Discord in the description. Coming at number 4, we have Big Underwater Pearl Cave. This can be found at 93.3 latitude and 96.8 longitude. This location can be found underwater, so it's going to be annoying to live in, however it is massive. One downside of this cave is that it has a very long entrance, making it harder to defend. You have a ton of room for dinos and even to put a nice solid base. Another downside is its layout. It's very slanted, so building isn't going to be the easiest. Coming at number 3, we have Underwater Pearl Cave. This can be found at 3.9 latitude and 17.8 longitude. This cave is a great location. It's perfect for smaller tribes looking to really stay hidden. The only way in this is with a water dino, which will ensure a very annoying raid. There's plenty of room for a decent sized base, but not a lot of room for dinos. It makes for a really good backup base or a good place to store your valuables. Overall, for early game ARK before all the major updates, this is a cave that is definitely one of the most overpowered caves on ARK right now. I highly recommend building a turret wall on the front of the cave. By adding a turret wall, it can really help keep players away from you, and with it being nearly pitch black underwater, players will never see the turret wall coming. Now, if you're looking to keep it more hidden, then don't build anything on the outside at all. Coming at number 2, we have Carno Island. This can be found at 7.8 latitude and 92.2 longitude. The Carno Island is a massive cave with a small but tricky water entrance. This water entrance makes it a hard cave to raid. Inside you have tons of room to store dinos and build a nice little base. It's a super awkward layout, so you will need to build lots of platforms. The Carno cave also has a major exterior side to it as well. You have this entire island to build on, making for a really good location. Once cliff platforms come out with the release of Aberration, the Carno cave will be much easier to work with. You will be able to build many different platforms a lot easier, adding 3 to 4 times more space for you to put things down. It will for sure help with more dino storage. And finally, coming at number 1, we have the Snow Cave. This can be found at 26.7 latitude and 29.4 longitude. Snow Cave is the best location on the island. This massive cave has 3 separate sections. The first section is this one. It is super small but still easily to get in with a few dinos, but the majority of dinos actually cannot get in. The second area is this area. It has some water and some land for building a nice little turret wall to block off the entrance. The third room is this massive room. This is where you're most likely going to have a main base. It's perfect for storage and for storing dinos as well. This cave is very difficult to raid, but can become easier as the new maps start to come out. And coming in at our bonus location, this can be found at 74.5 latitude and 92.5 longitude. This is the Lava Cave. This cave is a decent spot for PvP. It can also be used for PvE, but I really don't see a point in living in this cave, especially on PvE whenever you have the entire map to build up. Lava Cave is massive. It has tons of different rooms with lots of places to put down a base. It's a very hard raid since there is so much lava everywhere. As long as you can defend the main entrance, it will make for a really great spot. The Lava Cave has a lot of bugs in it, so make sure that you come prepared for taking over this spot. There's also an artifact in the back of the cave. I recommend placing down your base behind an area of lava, so it's a lot harder for somebody to raid your base. Overall, every single location on this list is a really good spot. Now over the next couple years, whenever they release every single new map, some of these spots are going to become a lot more vulnerable, so you have to know that. So if you are watching this video a few years ahead, just know these spots are most likely not that great now. Spots like the Snow Cave and the Carno Island are going to forever be a really good spot, so just know those two are great spots, but all the other ones, especially for PvP, are not going to be the best spots in a few years. So anyways, those were my top 10 best base locations on the island. Thanks for watching.